in a square in Florence, don't really know anything about it. Got this massive tower up there. I think you can go up that one, I don't know. It's ridiculous, isn't it? There's love the statues of all the willies out. They love it around here. Not sure what's going on over there with those gentlemen. They're both smiling, you know, and that's what it's all about, folks. That's what it's all about. On we go. Right, we're on
So she was saying that we're going to get some bruschetta, which is typically with aperitivo, and I think we've already had that.
Right, folks, so we're on a
Piss up.
wine tasting tour, food tour. Apparently the cow's third or fourth stomach has been scrubbed from the menu because a lot of people don't like it. So, but that's apparently traditional street food that I had earlier. Check out my other video if you want to see me eating a cow's stomach. Yeah, don't all enter at once because there'll be a queue outside for that one. But we basically had some booze and stuff to start with, and now we're just going to keep on heading off down the town and do what the hell they tell us, and eat and drink what they tell us. Don't go anywhere. First stop, folks. First stop. Look at this. God, just cakes in it. The lady who owns this place is 96 years old. Can you believe this place? And her brother's 95. Can you believe this? So walking through on the food and wine tour, and at the minute we have food. We haven't had any booze yet, so we'll see how it goes, folks. We've had some pasta. We're going to eat meat next. I don't have any booze yet. Not on this tour, anyway. The mood of Florence is really mellow, actually, where we are. Other than these guys on the push bikes who are like mental, electric scooters, all that sort of gubbins. But it's really mellow. The architecture is amazing. Some saxophones there. I better get my saxophone out again. I'm serious there, folks, so I do play sax. But so far so good. Hoping for wine soon. Don't go anywhere.
Ground floor there was the canteen where they used to store the wine, right, at the right temperature. So basically they used this little door for the whole basically. And then there was also like a door for selling the wine, so that people outside could get the wine without paying for the price.
Got a wine window here, folks, but unfortunately it doesn't look like there's going to be any wine coming out of that bad boy. Because someone's concreted it up.
Stop swearing.
Sì, sì, intanto magari prendo uno sgabello. Have a look, Steve.
I'm having a look. I'm having a look.
Have a look, have a look.
Have a look and have a video too.
This is the church, which is called St Mary of the Flowers. So this is it's the main cathedral in Florence. Just the main square in Florence. You see, it's pretty impressive, folks. No wine yet on a food and wine tasting tour. We're hanging in there, only just. Let's at least show you how tall this tower is from ground zero going up. So this here is what we call the bottom of the tower, and then this, as you work out, that's called the higher bit. That's an even higher bit. That's an even higher bit. That bit at the top's what we call the top of the tower. It's really tall. So you've got the bell tower there, folks, and the dome. Bell tower's behind me, what I'll just show you. That's a dome. And there's what we call the church. There's a museum in here as well. That's in behind the cathedral, of course. And very, very well built this is. Just getting technical there, folks. It's good though, isn't it? It is impressive. All my jesting aside, it's pretty darn good. Okay, folks, the wine was interesting. Viadante Alighieri. This guy is the guy that he basically invented the Italian language, and he wrote the Divine Comedy, just in case you're wondering. The architecture around here, and the one thing you'll find if you go to Florence is, of course, there are layers of history strewn throughout the city that give you many things to see. Of course, here we got Cafe Mingo. And no Mingos like a Mingo goes. On we go. Apparently this is the best ice cream in Florence, and to be fair, it does look pretty boss. And they even do brioche au congelato. Basically means brioche with ice cream inside, boss. That's what it means. So folks, we finished the tour and we ended up rocking in the pub. So beer Moretti IPA, which is a bit like kind of proper if that is anything. Good load of Aperol Spritz, €13.50 in a bad price. You get a fair whack as well, because in some others it was good. So there you go. The wine tasting tour wasn't really a wine tasting tour, it was a food tasting tour. They want a lot of food. They want a patch on the one we did in Venice, because we stumbled home and had a hangover on that one. But we've eventually, this was a lot cheaper in Venice, and that gives us money in our pocket to get a few local beers and spritzes down. So catch you guys on the Tour Schmore. So folks, we've final thoughts on the food and wine tasting tour. Do you want to give a review? That sums up, doesn't it, folks? It wasn't very good. It was like not enough wine. Food was alright, bits and bobs, you know. Tour was alright actually, in fairness. Didn't walk too far, went around in circles a lot. Learned a little bit about the city. Learned more than I did after I finished and when I start. But look at all these motorbikes. Millions of them. I counted them earlier. There's 74. Yeah. There's 74 there. That's right. So there you go, folks. Not every tour has to be a winner, because if they were all great, then none would be better than the worst ones. So just remember that thought. You never want none to be better than the worst ones. And on that final note, catch you guys on the tour Schmore flip side. Although I am making comparisons to Venice, where I went a couple of years ago. Although this is a place where there are roads, of course, and there aren't in Venice. Right, it's busy right now. It isn't as busy as a regular big city. Lots of people using bikes, and lots of nooks and crannies, and little roads and places you can just go off and have a look around. So it's kind of moochy. That's what I call it, kind of moochy. So the architecture in here, I know I muck about and stuff, believe it or not. Newsflash. That's impressive, isn't it? It's pretty impressive, that. It's a big old building. They love the statues. They love all the statues of all the willies out and that in Italy. They love it. Absolutely love it. There's that one that did look a bit disturbing. I'll show you on the side. Let's go and have a look. Let's do a little Steve Dogg's statue tour, okay? Let's just make this a Steve Dogg statue tour, and we're going to have a look at some of these and see how nice we think they are, or how blimmin' darn weird they might be, okay? And let's start right away. So this one, first of all, folks, obviously you've got statues here. I don't know what the blazes is called, but loads of people having their photographs taken with it. And you've got different age of statues. You've got the king up there with his tuckers out, and then he's got small children around him, which in amongst your legs and stuff. You don't do that nowadays. And one of them's got like a willy, which is a bit like a fishtail. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe it's traditional, don't know. Not my cup of tea, I'll be honest. Old mate over there, proud guy, king probably at some point, like that, loving that. And the old lion sat there looking really cheesed off, like, do I really have to be here? Do you know what I mean? He just doesn't want to be here, does he? Up here we got somebody here. She's just cut somebody's throat with a sword. That bloke looks well and truly dead, I think is the phrase. On we go. So that bloke up there is called David. Now, he's got his tuckers out. I don't need to say that about everybody, but he's sort of standing quite nonchalantly, and he's got like a towel over his shoulder. Let's go and have a look at that, right? It's almost like, here I am at the swimming pool, my darlings, and I'm covering nothing, right? So, let's have a look. He's got that kind of towel just hanging over. I think it's a towel, I'm not really too sure. Then you come back to here, of course, where the blokes can have their bits out, ladies, no thanks. That one has got a nicely placed leaf, and so is that one. But this is the one that I find particularly disturbing, folks. I'm not really sure what's going on here at all. So you've got one bloke there with a club, and some other guy, he's got him out by the hair, and some other guy sort of knelt down. They're sort of entwined a little bit. Not sure what that's about. And don't like the look on the guy's face, to be honest. Neither. I said they were smiling. I don't know if they are, right? So here, my wife's going, that's Medusa up there, didn't? That's not Medusa, but whoever it is has been beheaded. If it's, or is it Medusa? I don't think it is. They've all got those kind of, if that was Medusa, then that's maybe from, I'm trying to think what the guy's called. It ain't Medusa. It ain't Medusa. That'd be, what would the guy be called? Perseus. It ain't Perseus, you can tell. Hair's too curly. Right, folks, we carry on this tour of statues, and we're going to go inside in a minute and have a look at some in there. Right, here we got one bloke. He's got his willy out, folks. There's another bloke with a lady. They're all kind of standing on top of each other. Don't know what's going on over there. And then if we zoom in on this, let me just zoom in a bit. That bloke's got a club, and he's almost like he's up against a centaur. Is that right? Half man, half horse. He's going to wallop him, that's for sure. It's not. No one's having a great time here. And there's another little monkey lion sort of guy who looks well fed up. Pidge is sat there nicely though. Let's go on. Inside the building, folks. Oh, ornate ceilings, statue of cherub, more blokes jumping on top of other blokes, loads of statues, lions. These two look mean in a kind of odd little sort of side bit really. This isn't even the main statue. Odd, isn't it? So this, folks, let me zoom in on that. That's what we call the stick 'em up statue, which is from the Wizard of Oz. But do you know something? They've added that bit later, haven't they? They've added that bit. It's a different colour stone. Somebody has made this, but it's kind of inside. I think they've added that bit on. I think they've conned us there, folks. That person was not eaten by the lion. And they've added it afterwards. Oh, we've got a lion in there, mate. Let's make it more dramatic. Let's put a dead body without a head and put the head in his mouth. It's not well done, is it, folks? It's not well done. It's kind of just not good enough, let's be honest. So the thing is, folks, this is very, very popular, and it's just dawned on me why. And I don't know if this is a familiar phrase or not, but this is basically what we call in the trade masonry porn. That's what it is. And now I've said the word porn in my video, I'm going to get 1,000 hits without even blinking. But it is. Let's carry on and see some more stone sorcery, and I mean as in sorcery. Yeah, see what I'm doing? Let's do it. A couple of regular statues there, folks. Nothing saucy going on with those two, and with a, well, let's be fair, Struth. They're not exactly your saucy type, are they? I suppose is the way I'd look at that. All of them. It looks to me like they got stuck on noses as well. That one there's like, come on, let's put the, I don't reckon they're regular noses. They've all got the same nose. I reckon they've added the noses on there, folks. But who knows? Last one then, folks. I think that's it. We've had enough of it then, haven't we? If you're still with me, this is. Yeah, it's all kicking off up there. So in this instant we got a bloke. Oh, he's killed someone. Someone's dead. And there's a lady sort of over his knee and another one hanging on to him. I don't know what's going on there. Like and subscribe below, folks. Give me some comments. I don't really know a lot about what I've seen. But there you go. That ends this edition of Masonry Porn. Catch you guys on the masonry flip side.
Even if it's not very strong, we always add some ice to make it a little bit more light. We don't need too much coffee. You have to understand in Florence we have the 4 seasons, but only 2 months it's cold. And the food of the weather and the weather already excited.
Yeah, separating.
Okay, so we've got loads of whipping cream, bit of sugar, 3 egg yolks, whisk it all up. Don't use any booze in their tiramisu in Florence because they'd rather drink the booze. They've got mocha coffee.
We pretend we have only one way. But all it's in life. So every time you have a tiramisu, give him 10-15 seconds to relax. Okay?
Then goes to mascarpone, and it's really, really thick mascarpone as well.
Yeah, I want to save time.
So he sort of puts it inside the whisk and then
Yeah.
off he goes.
It's invaded by the woman generally because
Pick me up, apparently,
yeah, men's
tiramisu.
always very tired. Like this? Turn off my suit. Yeah, that tiramisu. I don't know how to explain to that.
Really thick stuff. And loads of it as well. With a whipped cream, bit of sugar, egg yolks. Sort of sticking it onto the whisk.
I press like this so I can save more time and energy, so I have more time to stay.
Throwing loads of it in there. We've had plenty of wine today, which is good so far. 2, 3.
Yeah, but the
About three glasses of wine so far, I think. 2, 3, I don't know. It's going nicely.
No, it's not.
So he said it's like love. You take your time.
That's the biscuit.
That's how you earn it.
Huh?
Started outside.
Stiff.
Wine's pretty handy. Wine's pretty handy, yeah. Better than the booze tour.
Keep it going.
All the coffee. All the coffee inside.
Is it coffee or espresso?
The coffee's a really strong flavor, so really can mask almost anything. You only need like 4 tablespoons.
I don't want to
So mocha coffee or mocha. No alcohol in there.
Now, what's the technique of the mixer? Only the muscle? No. Even Hercules is very strong. Always have to find the technique. Not just this muscle. So, can you see what I'm doing? Is that our plan?
We're trying to fold it in so we get air bubbles.
Yeah, that's the point. That's why I can go like this for 1 hour. Yeah, because I don't use all my energy.
So he's saying you fold it in a particular way, so you don't use up all your energy. As long as you go for an hour like that, yeah, whatever.
He's doing this 3 times a day, he's got muscles, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah. That'll define the bicep for sure.
We made some sort of long pasta, now we're going to make a spinach and ricotta ravioli. Unbelievable. Absolutely perfect. So we're getting 2 chefs here and they just talk us through everything. It's just amazing. Loads of wine going down, folks, but I just got a very good for that. Very good. They reckon the stuff we're making is like boss, is what they're saying. We're doing spinach and ricotta. We've got the dewberry there. We've got spinach there. We're going to have ricotta. This is great, and we're drinking loads and loads of wine as well, which is fantastic. Yeah? Yeah. That's all we're doing, just drinking wine and making stuff, and then we're going to be eating stuff. It's amazing. This is really good. Sod everything else, just do this. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
This is great. I want to put things in there.
This is a way better experience than the other stuff that we did. This experience is like drink loads of wine and make grub as well. Me and Tony have to get through that. Me and my better half there, that one there. We have to drink all that stuff, right? They're making tiramisus now. We have had no part in making this tiramisu. We just watched them. We made a long pasta. We made a ravioli. They, as I said a minute ago, they don't put booze in their tiramisu because they'd rather drink the booze. How clever is that? Genius. We made this. It's going to be amazing. This is going to be amazing. We made it. We made our own grub.
I'm going to get us all in this.
Everyone.
Got the end.
All right, we got it.
Everyone made their own grub. It's amazing. And we still got that wine to finish up as well. Brilliant. It's been amazing. It's been absolutely brilliant. What an experience. Thank you so much, mate. Cheers, thank you. We've loved it. We've been drinking beer. with our new American pals. So drinking wine with our new American pals for 10 minutes. Do you know what I mean? They're not our friends beforehand. We've had such a connection there, and we've all got drunk. We've eaten the best pasta we've ever eaten, seriously.
Because we made it.
Because we made it, and the guy told us how to make it, let's be honest. We've drunk loads of wine. I'm going to drink some water now because we've just necked all the wine they put in front of us. We've just necked it all. So guys, if you can ever go on the pasta making in there, look, and the wine drinking, free-flowing wine session, don't even think. Just do it. Catch you guys on the Pasta Smash the flip side.
Don't even get me in there.
Do you know, we didn't give a shit then because we went out, we got a little bit early, they were running a bit late. Have free beer, have free spritzers, in you come, make loads of grub, drink loads of wine. There's like bottles of the stuff in there, and like boom, 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 just keep going. And we're like in there with some American pals that we just made, and we're just drinking. Do you love that? It's a nice dome, innit? And we're just drinking, and we had loads to eat because the pasta we made, actually under the guidance of the chefs, it's going to be great because you just do as they tell you, and it's just wonderful food. No salt, remember that. So we had a belly full of food, loads and loads of wine. They're just bringing it out over and over again. If you've got a chance to do this, just do it. And if you're lucky enough, like we were, to meet a few American guys and make that. Say again? They're all American. We're the only Brits there. And my wife's over here telling me what to say. What else do I need to say? Sorry? No peg. No, that was my. What else? Nothing. So that's it.
One of those. Take me out.
Sat there. I'm saying. Sat there. Yeah. I'm using one of those to take my wife home. We are absolutely reasonable. I don't know, we're totally trolleyed. Oh wait. We're reasonably trolleyed. No, we're just mellow. Just mellow. But we've drunken loads of stuff. Loads of wine. And we've eaten loads of grub. It cost us like, I don't know, 50 quid each, so I don't know. Really nice experience. And just like, I think you can't pay for just being with people. And I can go up that tower there. My pink one there, folks. I can go up that tower there, and I can go over there, look. I can go up there for one. I can go and see all the history. I'd rather see today. Yeah? That's a novel thought, isn't it, folks? I'd rather see today with some guys from America, and there's a couple there. Mate had just proposed to his wife and they got engaged, and we're just having a laugh and drinking wine and eating pasta that we made. You can't beat it, folks. So guys, and we bought a kind of what do you call it? What do you call those things that we bought? What? An apron. We bought an apron with a penis on it, folks. Catch you guys on the penis schmeenus flip side. Hi folks, welcome back to Steve Dogg's review of Florence. Okay, so let's just wrap it up so far. We went to we wandered around the town, and our hotel is like way out, and it took forever to get there. It's got a bloody lovely swimming pool. I might show you that over there. It's like perfect. And then actually our hotel would drive us into town for nothing, which is great. And then me and Tonietta, as they call her in Italy, we got on the old e-bikes and we rattled home again, which was great. And then we came out, we went on a beer fest, and it wasn't a beer fest, it was a wine and food tasting tour. It was shit, really. They only gave us like that much wine. It was just bollocks, really. And the food was okay, but the tour actually, in terms of the tour guide, tells us about all the leather goods around the market being a load of shit, and it all being like no locals. So buy your leather from an established shop is the way forward. And it was kind of okay, but they should have given us a good old glug of wine at the start and we'd all mellowed and enjoyed it, and they didn't. So anyway, we rocked around the town today and just followed our noses, and then we went on our wine making and tiramisu making and free-flowing wine tour and bumped into a few American guys, and we made some amazing pasta and we ate. It's just amazing, really, really nice. Okay, they put their own sauces on top, but it was really, really nice, and the wine was fantastic. They kept on giving us wine. They're kind of pissed up now, but you wouldn't know that if you're just looking at me. And so if you can go on a pasta making free-flowing wine tour and get your guide, just do it. So the rest of it, just do that one. And now we just got to find our way. I don't know if we're going that way or that way. We're going to find our way and just mooch around and maybe get a spritzer or something on the way. Yeah?
No, I haven't got any.
What do you think? Are we getting a spritzer or not? Are we done?
No, that's too much.
Say again?
No, I don't need any more.
Don't need any more. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk down towards the river and maybe... Are we going to walk to the river?
Is that a song?
It's not a song. We're going to walk to the river.
Is that a song by Bruce Springsteen?
No, it's not a song.
Down by the river?
No. Are we
Who's
going
it
to...
by?
Skin did a song called "Take Me Down to the River."
No, down. Oh.
So we're gonna head off. We're gonna go that way and follow our noses. That way there. We'll follow our noses. Someone's got a surf. It's an ironing board, folks. So we're gonna head down to the right here and just follow our nose. I'm gonna go and get one of these really nice ice creams, I think, and then we'll head down to the river and maybe get an e-bike. And we might sober it up a little bit. We'll be safe then. Let's do this. So folks, this is the place where we made our pasta, and I know my video's a bit convoluted and garbled, but I've had so much to drink and so much to eat. It's been wonderful. So there we go, folks. If you can go in here, they've got a little wine window as well, and this one does work, not the one we were on the bloody wine tour. I mean, let's be honest, let's take people on a bloody wine tour, let's take them to a wine window that's concreted up. Yeah, nice one, Dave. Let's do that. That's a great move. Why didn't they take us to one that was bloody open? Anyway, we've been in here all afternoon making pasta, and I tell you what, 13.5% wine, they've been just smashing it through, and we've been drinking it as quick as they can provide it. Some amazing people in there with us, loads of American guys, and we've been having a laugh. It's been just great fun, and me and my wife have been really wobbling after, but we went up the street and just sat on the side because we're pissed right up. And it's just, if you can come into this place, it's just a really, really nice place. Seriously, no shit, this is really, really nice place. We've seen some people here eating steak and shit, and it looks stuff. Sorry, I'm still half cut, but it's really, really nice. Don't even think, don't even blink, don't even wink or stink. This place is a place to go. And you heard it here first from the Steve Dog channel. If you're in Florence, just get in that place, folks. You can see the name up there. Just go in there. It's lovely, and there's loads of places which are so kind of set up for tourists. And I know this place is as well. I'm not ignorant, but the food quality is just amazing, and it is top banana, I think is the phrase. So I don't even know what that says, but go in there, try it out. If you can get on the pasta making tour, it's going to cost you €50 each, but you're going to drink loads, you're going to make food, and they're going to show you how to make really nice pasta. It'll be the best pasta you've ever tasted because you're actually making it yourself and you're doing exactly what these guys say. No salt, remember that. So you ain't going to beat it ever, and I'm confident in that. And the wine is, I was drinking white today, but they got red. It's really sort of almost like accommodating wine. You taste it and think, wow, this is all right, and you have another. It's not none of this first glass and think, bloody hell, what's all that about? First glass, bang, have it. And you're drinking that all the way through and drinking loads. So there you go, folks. If you're ever in this area of Florence, don't think, just do it. Catch you guys on the Pasta Smash the flip side. Hi folks, welcome to another session of let's press a button. Just say, are we saying willies or knobs? We're going to say willies into the microphone there. We're going to pick one and then we're going to walk away. Okay, we're just going to say ding dong, they say willies. They're Italian, they won't have a clue. We're in Florence, they don't know. It's a bit of honest fun. They'll come down and answer the door hoping for a penis. They won't get any from me or my wife. Let's do this right now. Right. Bloody hell. Okay, think of a number. Hang on, wait, here we go, here we go. That one?
Yeah.
Here we go, folks, we're going to press the button. Willies. Willies. Nothing happened. Willies. Willies. Willies? Willies. Willies. It didn't really work as we hoped, folks, but catch you guys on the Willy Schmillies flip side. Riverano, me and Tony Only, she's like Tony Oli, are out on the e-bikes today. We're hiring them because we're lazy orcs and we don't want to walk up the bloody hill up to top of that, so we thought we'd get some e-bikes. Loads of rowers and or canoers down here. You got these kind of guys over there on these kind of mono canoes. I've seen those guys on the dark like that before. It's a glorious day. This is beautiful. This is absolutely stunning today. If you like the muddy water, well, that's just the way it rolls. But being out here today on the e-bikes, easy life. And this is it from the top of the bridge, one of the bridges on the Arno. There you go, beautiful view. View from here of Florence. That bridge in the middle is called Ponte Vecchio Bridge. There are actually only two bridges that survived World War II because Hitler rocked in. Bear in mind that Italy were allied to Germany to some extent. They blew up all the bridges so the Allies couldn't take any of them other than two. One was Ponte Vecchio, which is that one there, and there's another bridge as well which you like the look of from the first bridge. I'm guessing it's those two in the distance we can see. And then we've got the main dome cathedral there and all manner of stuff in there. Mountains in the background, pretty impressive up here. And then behind us up there is another statue of David. So we've seen statue of David in the city. We haven't seen the original one because we didn't want to queue to go inside and see it. But we know what the guy looks like. At the top of the hill with the other picture of David, the other statue of David, sorry. You get these kind of views right over the city. And if you've never been to Florence before or never researched Florence, you wouldn't have a clue what we're on about, but yeah, it's pretty beautiful from up here and it's beautiful down there as well, but you could sort of get that fresh air and views from up here. It's lovely. We just e-biked all the way down to Ponte Vecchio Bridge. There's a statue of some skinny bloke called San Giovanni Battista. Okay, I think he's an operatic sort of guy. They do that well in here. Let's show you the bridge. There's Ponte Vecchio Bridge. And we're on the e-bikes back where that sort of castle thing is in the distance there. So right over there. It takes like 6 minutes on those puppies to get down here, rather than 20 minutes or half hour, whatever, walking, traipsing around. We'll be traipsing around the city in a minute. So we're just enjoying the freedom of the city on those bikes, which is a bloody good idea. This is the Ponte Vecchio Bridge. Like I say, it is the famous bridge in the town. Apparently you can get your better ice cream down the little side alley, so they reckon. So if I'm not mistaken, that is the bridge Mussolini and the guys wanted to keep. So Hitler came down and decided to blow every bridge up, but he came here and viewed that bridge and thought, you know, I like this bridge as well. So this bridge and that bridge, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, are the two bridges that weren't blown up in World War II, and the reason they blew them up was to slow down the Allies, but all the rest were. And this is standing at Ponte Vecchio Bridge, looking downstream. The hustle and bustle along here now, it's just jewellery shops on either side, loads of tourists. You ain't going to be spending pennies on your diamonds and your gold chains and your watches along here. So as you probably gather, they love the art, they love the architecture in Florence. Did you know there was a salt war? Did I tell you this? A salt war between Florence and Pisa. So salt was brought into Livorno and Pisa, and they wouldn't sell it to the Florentines, and other than for an absolute fortune. So people in Florence didn't for many years buy salt or use salt. Now we had a cooking class yesterday making pasta, and the chef there says don't use salt in pasta, don't use salt on any food at all. He says his food, his ingredients are tasty enough that you don't need salt, and if you want something salty and have that sort of salty flavour, then you just put a bit of Parmesan cheese on it. So basically, don't eat with salt. That's what they say. They don't use booze in the tiramisu as well. So why? Because they just want to drink the booze instead. So they have non-alcoholic tiramisus. 3 ingredients are what they say is the key to everything that you make and cook. But more than that, there's still a slight legacy with the people from Pisa, where there's that kind of competitive edge, and they're not fond on Pisans, I'm guessing what they called. On we go. So the other thing that Italy is famous for is leather goods, leather jackets, all that sort of stuff. Now, according to our tour guide, all of these stores that are selling the leather stuff, it's all cheap, mass-made stuff, not local people selling it. Quality isn't very good, but if you can haggle them down, then it's kind of okay, but it ain't the best. But if you go to the shops that are established, you get a different type of leather there, which is a real top-end stuff. But in here, this is like mass stuff, hundreds of it. But you might be able to grab a deal, is the other thing she said. So haggle them down, you might do okay, but not talking top-end stuff here. So our pal said to us, do this, do that, do the other, 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 do the other. And we didn't do much of the other. But we know that our pals know where good places are to drink. So we took them up on this offer, and we're on a rooftop bar, Angel Rooftop Bar. I think they did alright there. I think they're clever people. This is bob on. In all these cities, you can walk down and follow the main drag, or you can take a street to the left or to the right, and then you're walking down places like this where there's no one. It's beautiful. Best pizza ever, folks? Yeah, you're going to struggle to beat that place in Florence. Absolutely out of this world. Right folks, summarisation of holiday in Florence. We kind of we kind of sat in the street drinking our drinks and eating our stuff. What we've done, went to the market, been there 3 times, ate my cow stomach sandwich in there, which is like, right, brilliant. There's loads of better grub in that market, and you can go in there and get iced lattes for like €3 and they're really nice, and beer's cheaper. All the locals go there. You can get pasta in the shape of penises, and we bought some of those, which I think is going to be great. We also we got a hotel with a swimming pool, which has been fab. So today, rather than going and queuing up and looking at stuff, we decided to go back to the pool, have a swim, drink beer and eat nibbles, and just lay in the sun. It was perfect. Got on the e-bikes and went all along the river, Ponte Vecchio, all that stuff. Went up to see the statue at the top of the hill with David with his Wilbur out. Also saw lots of masonry porn in the main square. David's wearing some odd blokes who looked like one of them had clubbed the other one. They're both naked, of course, and they just looked a bit spooky, and one had a really dodgy beard and like odd hair. All of that was weird, I'll be honest, bloody weird. Went indoors and had a look at the place, and there was a really good put 'em up, as I call it, line, which was great. Been in out the market loads. Went out a pizza, which is possibly the best pizza I've ever had. Absolutely unlike any other pizza I've ever had in my life. It was a pesto pizza, and it had a big lump of burrata or whatever. It's a big mozzarella lump on the top. It was creamy and oily and gooey and just perfect. Drunk loads of these sorts of things. Been on the rooftop bar because our pals had to do that, so we thought we've ignored everything else you said, but we're going to go on that rooftop bar. We've what else have we done? I don't know, what we've done, went on a wine tasting and food tour, which was pretty tosh, but we did learn a little bit about about ice cream and about the town and about some of the traditions, and also the guide did point us in the right direction of where she thought the best pizza in the city was. We went there and it was amazing. We also had an afternoon making pasta, which was just out of this world. Free flowing wine, they said on the ticket. They just kept us topped up with wine, and we just drank all afternoon and made pasta, and it was just gorgeous. They made us some tiramisu, so that was just absolute wonderful afternoon to just spend time with other people, eating the food that we had made and drinking the booze that someone else had made. So we had a great time in Florence. It takes you a day or so to find your bearings, and then hopefully you can still get lost wandering around all the little streets and getting it wrong, and that's kind of the fun of it, because we don't get lost enough in life. So to get lost in the streets of Florence is just good fun. So do we recommend it? Yeah, get on there, have a good laugh, do what the hell you want, and you'll find plenty to do in Florence. So catch you guys on the e-bikes. Did I tell you that? Of course I did. The Florence flip side. I couldn't have said it better myself.